Yo, what's going on, everyone? RuBBu back, making a video. Finally, I'm sorry I haven't been on the YouTube content grind, something that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't really found the time to between competing, HRX, traveling home. But I'm glad that I'm finally being able to sit down and start making content again for you guys. That's something that I've been wanting to do. Um, as far as my channel, I think I'm probably gonna stick to the same kind of videos. I want to be making educational tank videos for you guys, like tank builds with deck talks, gameplay, and mostly educational focus. Helping you guys get better with positioning and cooldown usage and just map knowledge, all stuff like that. Um, I also want to get into like off meta stuff like fortify and aerial. I think you can do some really fun builds with those kind of tanks. You could even I don't know if I really want to get into it, I could do some crazy stuff with Torvald. I could do like direct currents or I'll figure something out. I want to do content like that. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm more than willing to accept them and think about it. So leave them in the comments below if you guys are down. Uh, yeah, competing and moving to Atlanta took a lot out of me. Combined with I don't know, just being a human being. Content creation wasn't, my biggest priority. I wanted to focus on competing and doing the best possible at HRX, which we got third, fourth, which was we made it to semis. We got to play on stage, which was it was a really good experience. I'm really glad we were allowed to do that and a ton of fun. I always love playing on a stage and competing in front of a crowd. Um, so for this video, I'm gonna actually be focusing on Raum. I haven't done a Raum video yet. He's the newest tank out in Paladins, and I actually think he has a really cool kit. Uh, I think his dash is one of the most unique parts of his kit. It's also really, really strong. It does a ton of damage. You can hit people multiple times with it. I also think his ult's really interesting. This is something that I have to play around with, and constantly look to adapt and use this. This is like the only ability that really destroys shields and deployable walls. So like a Nara wall, even Barrack Dome Shield with the Dome Turret breaks. So this is like a really strong ability to counter Dome Shield. So I'm really interested to see how people are going to start using this ability. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the decks. I've made three kind of decks here. These two are from PTS, and this one I just made now. This one focuses around having the two DRs. You want to cycle your DR, so you go in, you activate ignition, fire for a little bit, have 25% DR for 3 seconds. And then when you start getting low and it's past that 3-second timer, you can pop your Soul Harvest. Soul Harvest will give you more DR and it'll give you that healing. So you have a ton of sustain behind that. You also have Juggernaut. Juggernaut has a really good talent called, oops, that's not talents. Enforcer. Enforcer, pretty much damage reduction like Battering Ram, but a little less at 75%. But Dash is much longer than Ash's, and you also can't block it. The only thing you can really do to it is stun it, CC it, cripple it. So that's definitely things you want to look to do when you're playing against Raum that has Enforcer. But yeah, this build is around getting your dash up as soon as possible. So if you're getting CC'd and crippled out of your dash, maybe you should move away from this build. You could look towards something like this where assist your allies is at 4 points. So you're a lot beefier. You have a little bit less DR, but that shouldn't matter as much. And this is the build that I actually just came up with right now. I actually really like the ignition card. I think it's not bad, especially as a 2-pointer. It just helps you get your DR off a little bit faster and rotate your cooldowns better. And Void Lord at 20%, still a lot of DR, and you still get to keep your dash distance, or not a distance, my bad, dash CD. So that's all things you want to look to use in your deck. If you guys have any other decks that you're using with Raum is still a really new character. I'm really interested to see what other talents people are picking, so let me know in the comments. You can also think of cards that are worth using. I know War-Torn Plains is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's really good, but it's something worth testing. And I know a ton of people are using the distance traveled card on Juggernaut. People love just running around and just hitting people. That's a really fun build that I might try and do a video on it later. Right now I'm going to do like the main builds that I think would be pretty good and competitive, which I think these are. The damage reduction cards are just really, really strong, especially since they're 3 seconds. We go ahead and get into the gameplay. I'm going to be playing some Raum. I'll see you guys there. Alright, just loaded into Splitstone Quarry. Not really sure how good of a map this is for Raum. I think it could be pretty good. This is the build I'm going to use. I'm going to try out this the cooldown reduction on ignition. I think having your right click up a little faster might be helpful to cycle your DR. So what I mean by cycling DR is using your right click, having that DR for 3 seconds, trading, And then once that 3 seconds are over, pressing Q, getting more DR, or even, you know, popping your dash and using that DR to help you survive. You just always want to have some kind of DR up to make you tankier, especially since Raum doesn't have a shield. That's like one thing we need to, you know, make sure we stay alive, make sure we don't take too much damage or we're not immobile. So Raum's also running Enforcer, you know, stopping his dash, stunning him is really important. We also have Burn Monster, which is like the ultimate counter to Raum, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna play around fire. I'm gonna look to flank here and get on their high ground. Their whole team's kind of sitting back here. I'm gonna go. Raum's already pretty weak. I'm just gonna take the high ground. That moved me pretty far. Just keep my DR up. Just want to do as much damage as possible. Get on their healer. I'm gonna go ahead and dip out. Just want to heal up. Don't want to be too low. Just gonna wait for my passive heal. I guess I could reload. Okay, well that Raum just did like a drive-by. Then we're on their backline. Go ahead and deal tons of damage. Get on the support. Just gonna go ahead and run up here. Drogus is unaware. I'm gonna stay on their EV. Blink spotting Quarry, I think. I should not have done that. I messed up. I don't know why I tried to dash there. I definitely should have tried to save my dash after the stun. I would have gone out, I'm pretty sure.
Overtime.
It's fine, it's a learning experience. I don't think I'm gonna be able to touch this. I'm just gonna set up for defense. This is weak. Raum's really never worth our time until we can like fully collapse on him. Doing a lot of damage here. I'm just gonna go ahead and run. Pop my DR. Make sure they can't kill me. I'm gonna get that passive heal off, and then maybe I can play with my ult. Huge kill on the Eevee. We also killed Dog there, which is pretty cool. It's good to know that Dog dies to that. Pop my dash. I got a lot of people looking at me. Burn Raum here. Can't really see their Drogue. I wanna be shooting the Drogue though. Just one. I'm gonna go ahead and reset on high ground here. I wanna have better positioning. I don't wanna really be down there, especially when they're on top of stone. I'm just gonna go ahead and start running. I don't wanna be hit by that. Get away from me. Seems like they have most of the Angs on us. I'm gonna try and... Oh my god, that hit me. Jeez. Alright, I think we hide in here and try and bait them in. Maybe we can kill them after. Look at this Cassie. It's pretty weak. I kind of misplayed there by using my right click. There's one. See if we can get back on this Cassie. Nice. One. I'm gonna go ahead and dash to get out. I want to go back on the high ground. I want to get the CV off. Make sure she can't just blink on our team.
30 seconds remaining.
It's not really a good trade for us. We don't want to be taking that fight with the Cassie long range. She out trades us pretty hard from that range. That's something that you want to kind of play around with Raum. Is, you know, he is spread on his gun. You don't want to like take trades from super far away. It's not really his best range.
9, 8, 7,
We can go on this Cassie. That's her roll down too. I'm just gonna drop here. Anyone hard commits onto me, I'm just gonna pop my dash. Pop my DR here. Go on the healer. He's weak as well. Drogue next. Ignore the Raum. The Raum's pointless. They'll try and kill. We're not gonna kill him in time. Just gonna go ahead and dash. Need to try and live here. Just even if I get over here and just heal up and I can still do damage. Oh, Cassie flanked. It's fine. Got them stopped from touching. I think Blast Shields and Haven are both pretty strong here. Uh, Haven's definitely better against Cassie. Blast Shield's definitely better against both their blasters. I think I'm probably gonna opt to go Rejuve. Maybe Rejuve and maybe Blast Shield something. One. I do want to save for COD 3 eventually. You can go ahead and just go Haven, I think. I'm not even sure. I think Blast Shields actually might be pretty good.
Point spawning in 15 seconds.
Probably end up getting both, unless I really want Mash Riding, which I don't think I need. Let's see. The 2 times I've died, I was really low and I needed healing.
1.
But we do have Geno, so we don't really have too high of burst healing. So if I'm ever low and caught out, it's just probably gonna die unless I have CDs.
Go, Ziggs.
Cassiel, so we kind of want to wait that out. We want to make sure they don't know where we're coming from. Looks like they're playing pretty defensive. They're just sitting on their high ground. Yep.
Enemy killing spree.
Just trying to knock me into the fire. Let's try. We get on their high ground. Get on Eevee. Make it hard for her to flank our back line. We could chase this drug maybe? I'm so slow. They're getting 84% cap time. Oh, that was awesome. I just destroyed him. Eevee first. We actually try and kill Raum here. He has a mark on him. He's so tanky. Like Raum doesn't never has enough damage to kill Raum. Sadly in competitive you never have to deal with this, but in casuals you're definitely gonna have to play Raum to be Raum. I'm gonna try and push up as far as I can here. Get on the drogue, make his life hard. Nice. I think I heard their Cassie, Ordian Stone. So I'm gonna try and play around my team more. If I can get in a good position. Onto the healer. There's one. Cassie first, she has the most damage.
7 in a row.
Kill Eevee next. That was mechanical. If we touch the point, we win. Coming back, team.
An enemy is
Damn, nice try.
unstoppable.
Go, Ziggs.
I'm gonna try and get on high ground here. Another team's gonna try and stop me. Kill the healer. She's one. Making a ton of space. They're all looking at me. Which is what you want as a tank. You want to have the attention of their team. Try and force out his dash. I don't want to get crippled out by the Eevee there. Yeah, that's the ult. I think if that Eevee was a little better, she probably would have just ulted me right away and I would have been in a bad spot. Just want to dive their support here. Not really worried about the ROM. Gonna go ahead and just reset, use my dash to get up on high ground. Can't really do anything about their ROM just running around. Fuck their Eevee out, she's weak. There's one. Got her, nice. We can kill support now. I believe she still has dash. I'm gonna go ahead and just dash here. Nice. I actually have to reload his ROM sometimes. I've been shooting a lot. This ROM's doing a pretty good job of staying alive. That's big game. That was actually maybe a time I shouldn't have reloaded there. We need to lift him after his dash. Not before it. Just looking for the healer right now. There's no blink. I think she's playing this pretty poorly. What's happening? On the Kessie. Don't mind using my ult there. Especially if I was gonna get ulted by their Raum. I didn't want to get stunned by that.
5 in a row.
Let's go ahead and move up as far as we can, get as much ult charge. I ulted there and I literally have 80% back. That's crazy. Oh, that's actually wild that I have that much ult charge again. We can get caught 3 here. Cassie big games actually I think it might be the most annoying matchup for me right now. Just whenever she can shoot at me and look at me when I don't have my dash up, and she big games me, it's a lot of damage, and I have to avoid that as much as possible. I think I probably just need a player on my team a little bit more, like
Point
around
spawning
Pit,
in
not
15
Pit, Stone,
seconds.
which is the right side of the map. Play around there. We do have 600 more credits. We can either get Rejuve or we could go Blast Shields 2, which I actually think is a pretty good
5.
deal. Like
Four,
last time I died, Eevee did
3,
4k damage to
2,
me, so I'm fighting the
1.
Eevee a lot. That's why I think Blast Shields is good in this case. Helps with the drug spam as well. Let's try mixing it up. Let's go on top of Stone, see what we can do from here. Put the damage just hitting high ground. Destroy the dog. Make sure it's not gonna cap. Just do as much damage as we can to them. See if we can get back on their high ground now. Is he dead? Nice, we can kill Eevee now. He's gonna have to leave. But now we can help with the Raum. Don't know how much is actually gonna help. I feel like he's just gonna dash away. So I'm just gonna take the good positioning and sit up here. Stop their team from getting back and having a good fight. We can kill their IO maybe? This is the one I want to get out. Don't want to be near that Dragon Punch. Guess we're on a cap. It's a free kill. Just gonna use my dash or rotation here. Just gonna reload my gun, make sure I heal up, and then I can look for something. They do have spawners, so that's something I have to be kind of careful of. Like Cassie's gonna be behind me. There's Cassie. Oh, I might die here. Rip. If we had more pressure at the front, we definitely would have killed that drug there. Almost I'm out again. I should probably buy more Rejuve. Probably should get Haven next. Cassie did a lot of damage there. The big game caught us out. This is running in. We can kill her. Oh, the Io's in a really bad spot. I'm gonna look to get on her. Don't know where her blink spot's at. It's in the middle of nowhere, so we can kill her. Definitely need to deal with the Drogos more than the Raum. See if I can actually navigate my way up there. Okay. It's not good. I'm just gonna back up. I think he just Drogos ulted to get out of there.
Go, Ziggs.
That's another thing I should mention. Oh, okay. I think she missed her big game, so this is actually a fight I want to take. Hit her twice there. I'll just get ice block by her. We can still kill her out of it. When I get out of the drugs at low S, he has way more damage than me there. I'm not gonna be able to trade it well. Just help with the Raum now. Part was weird there. Pop with my DR. I can chase the Cassie here with my dash. I hit her twice maybe? Never mind, I can't. I have so much DR, I don't know why you try and push me. Hopefully Term can get touch. I'll look to dash and help him. Where'd you go? Nice. That was a good game. But yeah, what I was saying was if you go
Nice
off a ledge
job.
with Rom,
Nice
it's
job.
actually a tip
Nice
for BK
job.
too. BK you can run off a ledge and you basically get full directional control. So you can do a
Your
full
skeleton
180 if you want
crusted.
to, which is actually really cool. That was hard. I don't know how to track that EV. Definitely should have tracked it better there. That was a fun game. Alright, well, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to be pumping out loads of more content. Hopefully, I can get some stuff that you guys will enjoy. Let me know if there's any, video ideas that you guys had. I mentioned that at the start of the vid, but um, any suggestions, ideas, try and make them around tanks. I think that's like the main area I want to stay around. I want to be around. I want to do videos on tanks. I want to do them like educational. I want to be able to teach you guys and try and learn myself as well. I actually need to play a lot more ROM. I haven't played him too much. As you saw, I'm like level 2 with him. I definitely need to get some more ROM hours in. He's a really fun character, really interesting. I think he's going to be really strong. He's really, really beefy. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.